little hunchback guys, which, like I said before, they will annoy the crap out of you to the nth degree, to you're almost pulling your hair out. If you've never played and dealt with them before, you haven't dealt with like the worst enemies, and like they are definitely top 10 worst enemies on the NES. Try to take them out before they even get a chance to start moving at me is probably the best thing you can ever do against them. Move my way over here and go through this door, and we're actually going to be coming up to another one of the reoccurring enemies in just a little bit, the knights that throw the axes at you. Here we go for the very first time. They become a classic enemy. They walk back and forth, you know, either towards you, and they'll sometimes just stumble back for a while, but they keep throwing axes straight at you. And they become a mainstay of the Castlevania series. They've been in just about every game as well. That's one definite thing about Castlevania, that they've always stayed true, even with the new versions of the game. They've pretty much stayed true to their roots in that even in newer games, such as like the newest ones coming on DS, you know, they basically still have a lot of the same enemies. Now, of course, they redraw them, they make them better, they do some different things to change them up, but you've been fighting the same enemies forever, which I guess kind of makes sense since it is Dracula's army, that he would have basically the same type of soldiers, same kind of units, in each one of his conquests, or his attempts to conquest, and take over the world. Take out another one, watch out for the red skeleton down here. Don't really need to deal with him, but he decided to turn around at me, so I decided to hit him with my whip. Okay, next door area. Here we go with another one of those dragon stacked heads things that have been in every Castlevania as well. Take him out real quick. Continue on. Here comes a red skeleton right before the stairs, and go up. Have to deal with one of these guys up here. Take him out real quickly. He won't be able to hit me. His fireballs just go directly over my head. Head over to the right. Watch out for the skeleton again. This time I'll jump over him. And now we are in the final room, the big portrait-esque room. Take out another one of the random axe-throwing dudes. I could also use, as he just hit me, that's one of the first times I've actually taken damage from him. You can use the Holy Water as well. That's a very effective method to take those guys out too, especially when you're dealing with a lot of Medusas. But here we go with the Grim Reaper. Another easy boss. Walk all the way to the left so the screen stops scrolling. Then immediately turn back around and start firing Holy Waters onto this top right little area here. And once again, just like the other enemies, he won't be able to move. He's easily taken care of. We got another orb and another level complete, so now we are down to just Dracula's castle to deal with. The actual peak of Dracula's castle. Rack up all my hearts, and we'll get to see the map screen one last time, as we get to see the path we have to take to get to Dracula. Even though Dracula's castle is the final level, or the peak of, you know, the top of Dracula's castle is the final level, it's really not that long, but they do sure pack it in with enemies. I mean, you start off with fighting many of these giant bats, which was the first boss of the entire game, so they made sure you get to fight plenty of these. My best strategy for it, for the most part, is just keep walking. You got to jump over that one, or else it will clip you as it comes back up, but for the most part, the other ones, they'll just completely ignore you as you go past them. Walk inside the giant, like, lion's mouth. Here, take out the skeleton and head up the stairs. And go up the other pair. Up here we got more of the bone-throwing skeletons. Don't have to deal with them unless they really start to get in your way, because they do like to back away from you a lot as well. But here comes the fun part. We had to deal with these enemies before, the birds that drop the little monkey guys. And like I said before, one wrong, false move and you'll be hit by them and fall right down a hole. The good thing is, if you're on a pair of stairs, they can't knock you off the stairs. So, if you have a whole swarm of them coming at you, stay on the stairs. It's your safest bet for not being able to get knocked off. But, there we go, up these stairs and right into Dracula's final room. The Tower of Dracula's castle here. Basically, the best strategy against, especially the first part, is using the cross, because we have to jump up and hit him in the head, while we also have to dodge fireballs. So, the best strategy is to throw one of these right as he pops up, throw it to do a little bit of damage, and then also if you can get a whip shot, 1 or 2 whip shots in as well, definitely an A+. But you gotta watch out and make sure that you don't prematurely jump, or else he will fire those fireballs directly at your face. Wait for him, there we go, just took a couple extra hits there. Wait for him, there we go, got a good one in there. Throw the cross, hit him a few more times, he has only 2 more hits left, 1, 2, there we go. Now it comes to the final form of him, and he likes to jump at you. What I have noticed, one little tiny secret about him is if you stay close to him, like right up next to him, he will just keep jumping. He won't shoot his fireballs at you. It's just one of the more interesting things. Now, it may be that I'm whipping them right before, jumping and whipping, but if you time this correctly, he won't fire them. Either he's not firing them at all, or I'm just hitting them as soon as they come out. So, either way, it's a great strategy for just staying close, backing away when you have to. You may get hit once or twice, but it should be relatively no problem to be able to take out the final form of Dracula. So there we go. All the bosses and all the levels now complete in Castlevania 1. As we will now get to see the ending of the game. As we get to see Dracula's castle fall for the first time ever. Now, not in storyline-wise. There's the Castlevania storyline, timeline, is spread now much farther beyond this, where this game takes place, and even farther before this game even takes place. But we get to see the castle fall down as we actually see the credits, which are a play on famous horror actors and stuff like that. They didn't actually put the real credits in the game, which is, it's humorous, don't get me wrong, but I guess kind of a little, that they didn't have it. Now, back then, of course, this was 1987, there was a lot of games, especially from Konami, the American version, the American company releasing the English versions of the games. They would not either put the correct credits, or they would mess up like the storylines and the booklets, the manuals for the games. Like, they were all terribly, had horrible English in them, or were just like completely different from what the actual game was about, or real storyline. So it's not a surprise that they would do that, those little joke credits in this game. But with the thank you for playing being up on the screen, that's going to wrap up another edition of Play It Through. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.